welcome to Hugz and Sam today.
Our cats are finally being a little bit calmer.
That's not true. But
Yeah,
they're just
true.
not in the room. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
But we're getting into the finale of Death Note, okay?
Yay! I mean, I'm actually kind of sad, but then I'm kind of happy to start something new. But I'm kind of sad that it's going to be over.
I mean...
Mixed emotions.
I have a lot of mixed emotions because we've been watching Death Note for quite a while. The show has completely changed. It's kind of turned into a secondary show after L's death, which I also like. It's a lot more theatrical, a little more cinematic. It's more about the art style and the music selection. It's a little more methodical. Kind of like that, okay?
Yeah.
But it is drastically different, I feel, than how the show was prior.
Instead of it being called Death Note, it should be like Kira.
Death Near.
Yeah.
Death Near. Speaking of Death Near, okay.
Is Near about to die? Because I'm pretty sure Near was the first name written, yeah?
I would assume they would probably try to take out Near first.
Yeah.
Or well, hold on. Give me 2 seconds to set all this up because I want to get into that. There's a lot of different things that can happen at this point, and we wanted to get into this at the end of 36. But if you're a patron, you saw this. Most likely, if not, you probably edited this out of 36 when it made it to YouTube.
Maybe
but Stella went ham on our camera, like pulling on the cable, messing it all up. I guarantee you probably saw parts of it from the actual video, but when we were trying to do the wrap up after, it was 10 times worse. So there's some things I want to cover. Before we get into the video, there's a few scenarios that can go down, okay? Did Near know that the entire time it was a fake notebook? Because they were a little too flippantly open.
Yeah.
Like, with writing the names in public and stuff. Did he really know that that was probably a fake notebook? And then Giovanni or whatever found the real notebook.
Right.
Okay.
Because whenever he touched it, remember, he was all afraid that a Shinigami was going to be there, and there wasn't. So I wonder if he just assumed, like, either that the Shinigami wasn't as loyal as he thought, or that was a fake. Like, that gave it away that it was a fake. I don't know.
But that's one very real possibility. The other one is that it worked out in Light's favor, and everybody's about to drop dead. Because at the 39th second, he tells Near that he won. So
yeah, like, he, like, said it out loud.
Yeah.
And I wasn't 100% sure that he actually said it out loud.
I think he did, because the rest was like internal monologue. The fans stopped moving, everything, whatever. It was his own thing. And he was waiting for the last second, because he even said he was going to wait to gloat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was even still internal monologue. Yeah. So it's like, the actual part, though, where he was like...
At 39 seconds, he says, I won Near. Like, I'm almost positive that he says it out loud. The way that it rolled out.
Because, like, he would want that. And then, so, like, okay, honestly, if Near died, like, just, like, falls dead or whatever, because I assume he was the first one.
Well, here's my thing. Let's talk about that for 1 second. Who do we think was first? Near. Now, you say you think Near was first. If I'm thinking, like, a danger level, I would make Aizawa first. Because I feel like he poses the most direct threat to Light.
Yeah.
Because if it's me and you, and like, you drop, it's like...
Like you, like the other person would know that they're next. Like if Near were to drop, then Aizawa would be like, well, I'm gonna
kill Light.
I'm gonna come. I'm about to die. So
because especially he just said I won.
Yeah.
If I was Aizawa, I'd be like,
but I'm about to drop also said dead. Like. Did they take all their weapons? Like, do they have weapons?
I'm saying, like,
break his freaking neck?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Aizawa's like a buff dude compared to Light. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I don't want Aizawa to die because he's got a little girl.
Well, I'm saying, if it's going to go down, they're all dead. Because Mikami was deleting people with no prejudice. Like, he was just going ham. Yeah. But I'm feeling like, as a personal danger to Light, spectrum or whatever, I guess. I would say Aizawa is the most dangerous to him in the moments before their death. Yeah. Because I feel like he would just physically dominate.
I feel like Light should have just not said anything.
What if because really Mikami, unless he was told specifically whose names to write first, what if those were the last two that he wrote? And then like everybody else is dying and it's like he already told them he's Kira, like You know what I mean? I don't know. It could create an awkward situation, but I know we're theory crafting all this stuff, and we're about to actually see it.
Also, like my thing is, like, what if it comes into play where he misspelled something? Because he was only looking through, like, that little crack.
Pages. That came through before with the multiple pages thing. I don't know why that would matter, but...
Yeah. So...
I don't know. But that could be a really real possibility. There's a lot of rules, I feel, that haven't come into effect in the show.
I do feel like this being the last episode, like, if something were to be like, oh man, there was a name misspelling, like...
It'd be kind of hard to cram everything into...
Yeah. I mean, other than, like, they just say, like, well, Light goes to jail.
Let's do it again. Misspelled it. Oopsie daisy. Let's one more time. Or, like,
Light goes to jail forever.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
I think... In a perfect world, Light dies. But does everybody else die then Light dies? Like we've kind of come up with this idea before where I said I feel like everybody could die. Like everybody.
Yeah.
Light, SBK, the investigative team, Misa, everybody.
But
or there'd be one standard. What if Mikami kills all the people or whatever, and then Misa kills off Mikami and Light? I don't know, but I feel like there's gonna be a ton of death, so it feels very realistic to me that the whole team could die because we still have Mikami, Light, and Misa in play then.
Yeah.
That are like major characters.
Also, if they all like come out of this thing like they've all died but Light lived. It's gonna be so suspicious.
Who else knows? Nobody else would know.
Just anybody who's like, oh man, all these just random dead bodies. Why did they die?
But how would they know that they were attached to Light in any way? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the perfect crime because
the police. I mean, the police
doesn't matter. That investigative team was separate and they were completely off the books. Remember?
Yeah, but I don't know.
It was a secret team. He was L now. He wasn't even Light.
Yeah, but it just still would seem suspicious, I think, for anybody who has to go out and get the bodies.
I think it would seem suspicious, but they would have no way to track it to Light.
Well, no, but it would just look suspicious as far as, like...
all these random people die. It would just
all
be...
these random people die.
Kira killed all these people. They were doing
and
bad
Light was
things
just
there.
never there.
Yeah,
nobody knows Light was there.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way to track Light to that scenario.
Weird. I guess. I just feel like more people know than...
I feel like you feel that way because we see it. So we see everything unfold. We're privy to all these private conversations and all the private meetings.
Yeah.
So it feels like more people know.
Yeah.
Because we're in on the deal. But really, name another character who would know other than maybe Misa.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like a private meeting between these two groups that really shouldn't even exist. SBK was supposed to be shut down forever ago. And the investigative team, Light has been the new L, which was already a secret identity to begin with, that he just picked up another one.
Yeah.
So it's like, really, he's scot-free after this. Which is why I kind of wondered why, after his dad died, he just didn't kill everybody anyway. Except for Nier, because he didn't know what Nier looked like. But now that he does, it's like...
Yep. But the thing is, like, I wonder how much stuff Nier's been telling the Roger guy.
See, I don't know that he still even has anything to do with this, but that would be a good way to keep it going, because when Elle died, he sent off information. Diva's having a nightmare. Are you okay, baby?
Her animals are just having a rough night.
Diva was having a nightmare. Her bed is right here, and whenever she, like, is asleep, she'll randomly start doing weird little yips and stuff, and she'll be running, and I feel really bad for her. Because I'm like, baby, don't have a nightmare. Alright, anyway, we've talked enough. We're like 10 minutes into the video. A lot of this is because we didn't have time to talk at the end of 36, so I'm sorry if it's dragged on a little bit, but let's go ahead, jump into it. Once we see everything, once we've finally gotten through... the finale here, we are going to watch Elle's funeral. And then I feel like we should do a series recap. Kind of like how we did the season recaps for Attack on Titan.
Okay.
And just do a season recap.
If that's something y'all want, let us know.
I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah.
It's because there's so much that's happened.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alright, but let's get into this. See what's going down. making sure that Diva was still okay.
And we're going to rewatch the intro just because we want to make sure that, you know, we see all the images again and we'll know everyone in the images, I guess.
Yep. We're going to watch the intro and outro. This is still creepy to me.
Yeah.
This intro. See, some of the images in the intro and then when we were watching the outro make me think that, like, the light survives.
Well, Nier, looks like I win. 40!
Dead set.
How is it not just gonna go right back to that exact moment? Like, I don't want to see all this. Is nothing happening?
Didn't I already tell you all that no one was gonna die?
Oh, snap. It was disappearing ink.
Why would they die?
And he just threw himself out there. And Mikabe's throwing him out there.
Lester, Jabati, take him now!
Oh, wow.
I can confirm that the first 4 names are definitely the real names of the SBK members. The second 4 are the names of your team. The only name that hasn't been written down is Light Yagami. If that weren't enough, Mikami also addressed you as God and said he did what you asked him to.
I love that pulled out shot.
It's settled.
This bruise is a trap!
Wow, his voice like breaking.
This is a setup. I don't know this guy!
Light, it's too late to deny it. You know Nier has won. Just a moment ago, you were saying it looks like I win.
Yo.
How much more of a confession do we need?
Damn. You know?
Poor Matsuda. Aww.
He's so desperate. It's so unlike him, you know?
Yeah.
L. Kira. It's over. You've lost the game. We ended up doing exactly what you expected us to, and altered the fake notebook in Mikami's possession. However, when I said before that we had modified the notebook, I was in fact referring to the real notebook as well as the fake.
Oh. So they did switch out a book. I was just wrong about which one.
No! Impossible!
We used the same kind of pen that Mikami used, copied his handwriting perfectly, and made both the inside and the outside of our fake look exactly.
Wow.
And that's what I said, is that they probably made a
Giovanni was
copy
able
of
to
it
do
with the
in a
handwriting.
single night.
Nice to meet you too. My name is Ryuk. He can talk to Ryuk.
Wow.
He can see him, so that means it must be true.
Light Yagami, you are Kira.
Damn.
Yeah!
This has got to be a trick. Or could it be that Mikami's betrayed me somehow?
You're mistaken. This was all thanks to Mello.
You told me you couldn't move freely. I had to make sure Takeda was taken care of. Wasn't that my duty to you? You idiot! I gave you strict orders not to make any unnecessary movements until tonight.
It's all true. On the 26th, right after Takeda's kidnapping was broadcast on the news, Mikami went to the bank.
I got into his safe deposit box. Inside was the real notebook. Sure enough, Takeda's name had already been written inside it.
Well then, if I don't do it...
I bet Mello knew in his heart that working by ourselves, neither of us would be able to attain our goal and surpass our mentor, L. But
I have like freaking chills growing
together
up me.
we can stand with L. Together we can surpass L. And now, acting as one, we face the kid who defeated L, and with solid evidence beat him at his own game.
He's so mad.
I love the hook imagery.
I know.
He's like losing his mind.
I am Kira.
Oh my god! Just hearing him say it, I'm just like...
All humans will without exception eventually die. Okay.
Yeah,
After they die, the place they go is nothingness. Wow.
I'm not only Kira, but I am also God of the New World. Kira has become law in the world we now live. He's the one who's maintaining order. Since Kira's appearance
That's
6
like
years
so
ago,
messed
wars
up,
have
too.
stopped, and global crime rates have been reduced by over 70%. But it's not enough. This world is still rotten. Somebody has to do this. And when I first got that notebook all those years ago, I knew I had to do it. There was no other way. The world had to be fixed. A purpose given to me.
He is kind of right, though. Like, who else would have been able to keep going, like, throughout all of the...
No! You're just a murderer,
challenges.
Yakami. And this notebook is the deadliest weapon of mass murder in the history of mankind. In the end, you're nothing more than a crazy serial killer.
Pretty
That's
much.
all you are.
That's also true.
Nothing more and nothing less.
Nier. Here's some food for thought. That notebook you have, and the one that Aizawa brought from the Japanese task force headquarters. Are they both real? If you truly want to defeat Kira, as well as test the notebook that Aizawa's carrying, I guess you're gonna have to write down either my name or Mikami's.
Yup, he's going for it.
Or fake!
He's in the
Oh, snap! Oh, wow!
It was
That is Matsuda
Matsuda.
that does it. Wow, shot him in the freaking hand.
Matsuda, you idiot! What was it all for then? What about your dad? What the hell did he die for?
My dad. You mean Suichiro Yakami?
That's right, Matsuda. In this world, all those earnest people like him who fight for justice, they always lose. You want a world where people like that are made to be fools? I know you understand, so kill the others! Shoot them! His blood!
Oh my god!
Damn.
I'll kill him. I'll kill him! He has to die!
So close to just freaking blowing him away.
Where are you, Misa? Where's Takara?
What is he doing?
What the hell just happened? Did he just stab himself?
Mikami! Quick! Stop the bleeding!
It's already too late. He'll be dead in a few seconds.
Tell me he doesn't get away.
He's getting away! Lights!
No way he gets away.
This whole time, like, they have to be so messed up. Like, he was right there the whole time.
I love that it was Matsuda also. He's like the one who finally took
And he is
action.
messed up. I wonder if he regrets everything now.
I kind of feel bad for him. Like, I don't know why. I just feel sorry for him, you know?
I think it's just the way that he's, like, the acting is, like, it's kind of heartbreaking.
Pathetic. Like, that's
The
what it is.
flashbacks and stuff, it's like,
He's just a...
it just is, the way it's directed, it tugs at your heart, so, like, yeah.
Remember how, in the beginning, when we first met, I told you that I'd be the one writing your name in my notebook? That is part of the agreement between a Shinigami who brings a notebook to the human world and the first human who picks it up. So, it's all over.
Are you serious?
You'll die here.
It's so fitting.
Well,
you
Light,
know?
it's been interesting.
Wow.
She's gotta be messed up.
So lonely and alone on the cart.
Well, he died.
I love this music. Is she about to do what I think she's gonna do?
Looks like it, yeah.
Showing L like that. Wow.
Holy shit. So Light died. I'm happy with the ending. I really am.
I didn't even think about it, like, that Ryuk had said that in early episodes, like,
yeah,
that would have been so long ago. It's probably, if that was from the show, it's probably in one of the first episodes or whatever, I would assume.
Yeah, because I don't remember him saying
I don't remember
that.
it, offhand.
Wow.
I'm absorbing a lot of things right now.
I mean, it's over.
Beautiful
yeah.
ending.
I loved it. I'm happy with the way it ended. For real. Was Misa gonna jump off that building?
That's what I'm saying. I think she did, but it didn't. I mean, I couldn't see when
Maybe
it was pulled
it was
back.
like
just insinuated that she would.
Yeah, maybe it was just like insinuated. Well, shit.
I'm very happy with Ryuk doing its like so circle completing itself. You know what I mean? Like, I really enjoy that. I like
all
how
the flashbacks got to me though.
Not even just a flashback, but Light laying there and seeing L.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was so powerful in itself. The music was perfect. It was very like reverent. I don't know. Like,
he shouldn't have said I won.
it's not even that. They had him like dead to rights, even beyond that. He shouldn't have said that, but
yeah, but his name wasn't written.
They had him like 6 other ways. You know what I mean? The way that he talked to Mikami, and Mikami called him God, and the way Mikami reacted to things happening to Light.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Why at the very end was he like saying like Misa, Takeda?
He was calling out for someone to do something.
But she's dead. Takeda was dead, and he knew that.
Yeah. I think he loved her. I actually do think, like, that he cared for her. But
I was
just
like
everybody
he
else,
straight up had her burn to death. Like, that's not
she
love.
she was a piece of the puzzle. I think he loved his dad, and he would have killed his dad. He loved his sister. I think he would have killed his sister. I don't believe he was like a complete psychopath. Like, I believe that he had emotions. I just think he was very overzealous in his belief in justice, and that he was the
God of the New World,
the essential angel of death.
Well, like, also, like, whenever Elle would make like those comments like that you're my only friend and all that, it would kind of like affect him
in a way.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with what we're saying right now.
Well, yeah, and everybody...
So a lot of people are like, Light is a psychopath, he's terrible.
Everybody's going to take different things away from the show, also depending on their personal experiences and, different things that they've experienced in life as well. So it's like, I think a lot of things are open to interpretation as far as Light's feelings and beliefs.
Yeah. Because
if he really didn't care anything about Misa in the end, I don't think he would have said anything, because she didn't even remember the notebook.
And he was like the first one. She was the first one that popped into his mind. Mm-hmm.
And she was mourning him. Matsuda being the one to take action, though, like we'd mentioned numerous times throughout the show that he was kind of not a joke, but more of an innocent character. I think would be the best way to say it. He was always about what's going on in pop culture, or Misa, or he was always upbeat and kind of like free flowing instead of on task about the Kira killings. And he even kind of understood where Kira was coming from on numerous occasions. Where he kind of felt like that was not okay, but understandable to an extent. Yeah. The way that Light broke down into this innocent, like, childlike character, his voice cracking, the shaking of his body and his voice, like, the voice acting in this was really good.
Right. I definitely agree with that.
And I think that's what brought that sorrow out of me, that sadness for him, because really in the end, he was a great character, but he was a terrible human being. He murdered, he was a serial killer. Like, Nier was absolutely correct in what he said. But still, you grow attached to these characters because we followed them from A to Z. We saw the rise and the fall.
Definitely.
So it's like just that emotional connection we create still makes you feel a little
And then him running,
Sadness.
holding his arm, and then flashing back to him walking, you know, after school or whatever, home, you know. It was like, man, like, it just kind of, like, reminded me, like, how far he's changed and how, like, the show's progressed, and it just kind of, like, I don't know.
Even Ryuk being,
It is
like,
all emotional, I guess.
you know, it was fun while it lasted type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That in itself is very emotional because you're like, they had this relationship, and
I freaking love Ryuk.
even though Ryuk wouldn't have given his life to save him, because obviously he didn't,
Yeah.
like, I do feel he was attached and cared for him.
Yeah.
In the way that a Shinigami can care. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't like he was necessarily in love with him, but I do feel like they had a bond.
Right.
That was more than just, you're the human who found my notebook.
Right.
I feel like it was deeper than that. Because there's almost like a...
Because even how he said what he said at the end, you know?
Well, there's almost like a mercy in it.
Yeah.
In the fact
I'm
that
really
he killed him.
sad. I don't want the show to be over.
I'm actually really glad that it's over in the way that it did.
Like I said, I have mixed emotions. Like, I feel like after Elle died, like, the show wasn't as good.
Yeah. And we'll talk more about that. We are going to
we
do
are
a
gonna
series
do a recap.
But as far as, like, the way that this episode ended, I feel like it was there wouldn't have been a lot of ways they could have come up with anyway. You know what I mean? You can always create a million possibilities because it's up to the creator what exists in the world. But there wouldn't have been a lot of logical or, in my opinion, like, easy to believe scenarios that would have gotten him out of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If this was one of those, like, he walked out the door and then he escaped and then somehow got another notebook. And then, you know what I mean? Like, it would have jumped the shark. It would have killed the show.
Yeah.
So
I'd
it's
have been like, all right, I'm done.
There's only so many times that he can skate on getting caught
Yeah.
before it becomes too redundant or just too unbelievable. It's already a show about a guy who writes names in a notebook, you know, that kills people with Shinigami. You know what I mean? Like, it's already an unbelievable idea in general, but you can only get by in the skin of your teeth so many times.
Yeah. For sure.
Love the show.
We can
though.
talk more about the show as a whole whenever we do our season recap. And we are about to do Elle's funeral scene. That's a short little video.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Let us know what you thought in the comments down below. It's crazy. What we're going to be doing to replace this show is we're going to be doing extra My Hero Academia reactions, as well as we will be starting Hunter x Hunter.
Yes.
So if you're excited for either of those things, let us know in the comments down below as well. I don't know.
That's about it. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta go.
If you did.
I got tinkle. So let's
Sub
wrap
if
this
you
up.
know. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. We'll be back. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.